Hello, it's Daniel, your living poet, here to read for you another poem I've written. I'm going to be reading a series of poems, all individually, from the small town I grew up in southern Wisconsin called Okauchee, hard by Okauchee Lake, only a couple of miles from Oconomowoc. And what we used to do is have a carnival come to town every year. It would be pitched on Shady Lane, and there'd be a wrestling ring, and there'd be Ferris wheel and rides and games and all kinds of clowns and things like that, and it was, I don't know who did it. I think it was the service clubs that did it, and I don't know how they made money off of it, but I'm sure they did. It was a fundraiser. So this is a poem I'm going to read to you. It's too long for me to remember word for word, but I will read it to you. It's called When the Carnival Came to Town. So it was 60 years ago in our small Wisconsin town, a drinking village with a fishing problem. For every need, just one store, plus 5 churches, 1 diner, 32 taverns, no less, no more. Idyllically, between wars, our fathers fought back from overseas, our mothers in the home once more. Rationing over, yet victory gardens still in vogue, but Swanson's frozen dinner had their place for sure. We had comics, radio too, Der Bingle songs from Sammy Kahn and pin-up girls galore. Slinkies, silly putty, and cowboy stories filled our days. A fat tire Schwinn, our greatest treasure, save sun and shore. Then came the day the carnival came to town. We'd known about it for weeks. There were posters and such, with clowns, a Ferris wheel, and games all around. We'd practiced with ring pegs, darts thrown at balloons, and beanbags tossed at boards on the ground. There were wrestlers, most famously old Gypsy Joe, and those were no ladies tugging tops down. There were goldfish in small bowls, a ball toss to win, amidst the noise of the barkers, the joy of the clowns. But the thing I held on to most fondly, recalling even now, were the smells, the exotic perfumes of the popcorn, the corn dogs, and wow, the cotton candy. They spun out of nothing but air. It was the best of a life filled with smiles more than frowns. I dream of it now, and especially now. In a life too complex, it's a joy to recall the day that the carnival came to town.